Hi everyone, George Platt here down at sax.co.uk in the London Superstore. As you can see, we are surrounded by hundreds of beautiful saxophones, but today we're in my favourite section, and that is the Selmer Paris section. Today's video is going to be really cool. It's going to be a comparison video between the legendary Mark VI and the brand new Selmer Paris Supreme, which they claim to be the best saxophone they've ever made. Bit of context on the comparison then. So this is my dad's 1971 Selmer Mark VI, and for you Selmer Paris fans, you'll know that this is one of the later models. So it's not going to be playing too dark nor too bright, so it would be a nice comparison when it comes to the tone. On top of this, if I was to sell this against my dad's wishes, I'll probably find myself recouping a similar amount of money as it costs to buy a brand new Supreme. So yeah, first impressions, it's a lovely horn. This is actually finished in their brushed gold lacquered brass, and also it's a lot heavier than my older saxophone, and yeah, it's going to be a little bit more robust than you would hope so, being 51 years newer. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to get both of these saxophones, take them into the practice room and give them both a spin. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the playing. It might be worth mentioning that when the Supreme did arrive, the staff were all buzzing for it to be here, and everybody wanted to have a go on it. And we all found that it was very similar to the sound from the 1971 Mark VI. And we did have a bit of fun, so we did a few blind tests and got everyone's opinion on the differences, and it was negligible. It was hard to tell the difference. So there is one thing, if you put it under a microphone and you really listen to it like we've just done, you will find that it's slightly more focused, but it does still retain that vintage sound that you might want to receive from a Selmer Paris. Intonation, on the other hand, is far better. If you've played Mark VI's, you'll notice that they all have their pros and cons to them when it comes to intonation, and you do learn the instrument's quirks. With the Supreme, because it's a blank canvas and the modern engineering behind it, it's actually so easy to play when it comes to intonation. Okay, so the playability, because of that, the playability is a lot easier. You don't have to think so much before you go and attempt maybe a slightly more tricky note in the altissimo, for argument's sake. I mean, other things to consider when you're an owner of a vintage horn. You might be getting, I certainly am, getting a bit worried about taking something so precious out in the wild. You might have had an instrument passed down to you like I did, or it might be an old vintage that you spent lots and lots of money on, and you're just worried about it either getting stolen or damaged. The Supreme, on the other hand, is, as the parts are all in circulation and it's a brand new sax, it's going to be very easy to get things repaired or replaced. So yeah, that's always something to bear in mind. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave your comments below. We'd love to kind of get a conversation started and see what you guys thought of the sound of these two saxes. Don't forget to like, subscribe and follow our Instagram page. Cheers.